Hello viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel Curiosity Box, and this is an autism education story time video, and this is how a Pegasus taught me to fly. So when I was younger, when I was a child, I've always been capable of lucid dreaming, but I haven't always been able to fly as well as I can now. So I wasn't very happy at school, and in my dreams I used to find myself at primary school, and I wasn't particularly happy about it. There was, at first, my technique for lucid dreaming out of the situation was I'd find myself sitting in the classroom at primary school, and I'd know that I was in a dream and wanted to get out of that situation and get out of the dream basically. So I used to do sort of like try and phase myself out of the situation. So I'd sit in my chair thinking, just like trying to relax and trying to untense up and sort of trying to mentally teleport myself out of the situation, and that was really difficult. So I wouldn't recommend phasing yourself out as a technique to escape lucid dreaming, because I found it really difficult. And then there was one time when I managed to hover in the playground and then just came crashing back down and grazed my knee on the concrete, and it really hurt, and I got stones in my knee and it was So when I was down at the bottom of the playground, which was by a hedge, there was this thing that would start as magical Pegasus would land at the bottom of the playground, and I'd get on his back and he would fly me home, and I'd have sort of not particularly clear sort of mental view of going over the landscape to my home, just straight bird's eye path really, rather than following the roads, and it would take me home. My lucid dreams weren't as crystal clear as they are. Well, they can be crystal clear at points, and they were a lot fuzzier when I was a child. But so since I've been to the races and my passion for collecting model horses got kicked in the butt again and re-sparked, I was browsing and I've ordered a couple of new brayers. I thought, I want to see if there's any not unicorns, Pegasus. Sorry, any Pegasi available, and I saw that there was little Schlag ones and some pretty like ones from other brands. And then I saw this one and thought, I'm not sure what, and then I decided to order it, and then I still wasn't sure, and then he's just arrived today and he's gorgeous, and I love his hair. His mane is like he's actually come from the sky and landed in my dreams, because it was a big Pegasus. So this is what the magical being that taught me to fly in my dream world, and eventually I learnt to fly under my own power. But this is to commemorate my lovely Pegasus friend who used to rescue me in my dreams. So that was my little story time. So now we can do a review of this model, which is by Design Toscano, and I found it on Amazon for £40, and it's beautiful. It's a lot nicer and more amazing than it looked online, and he's so pretty. So he's a magical Pegasus, and he's positioned on this base, which is to look like a cloud is hanging about on top of the cloud, ready to rescue people. And there's a little feather here, and he's gorgeous, and his wings are beautiful, and his hair has got the wind going through it. So he's a bit Zoolander, but he's gorgeous. So I'm going to just show all the sides of him. He doesn't have a specified gender in the mould, so he could be a boy or a girl. And it's beautiful. And this is gorgeous. This is from 2004 when it was created. And look. And it's sculpted amazing. He's gorgeous. And his eyes are nice glossed, so his eyes are really shiny, and he's got loads of character. That's just a bit of polystyrene. It came in a Amazon box, and inside the Amazon box was another cardboard box, and he was wrapped in a polystyrene container, so it was very well packaged. It's gorgeous. So if you want a impressive Pegasus model, I do recommend this design Toscano model. He's beautiful, and he's just like the Pegasus that landed in the playground when I was little, because it was part my brain giving me a friend to rescue me, and part me eventually saying, thinking in my head, and he'd land in the playground and he'd fly me home. So yeah, ever since I was little, I've been in a fantasy world, basically. And ever since I was little, my dreams have been very vivid and sort of like the equivalent of when people go on the computer game Second Life, and it's a completely different world. That's what my dreams are like. And I love them. But I really hold imagination and fantasy worlds, and my dreams are extremely precious to me, and I'm often drifting off into my creative and fantasy world. So, and I'm happy that I have the brain I have that gives me all this imagination and fantasy, and that's why it's awesome being autistic in my autistic experience, because I have all this fantasy and all this dream world. And I had a very lovely dream about Aidan Turner as Mitchell and Being Human, which has come on Netflix now. So I watched a couple of episodes last night, and then I had a very nice dream with Aidan Turner as Mitchell, which is lovely. So this is my Storytime video. I don't really understand the Storytime video trend that's popped up on YouTube, because there's some Storytime video people, and they do Storytimes that are actually made up stories, and you have to guess whether it happened or not. So I find that a bit confusing. And then there's other Storytime videos that are actual experiences. Then I don't know if there's any Storytime videos that are actually stories, so I'm not quite sure about it. But this is my new horsey. He's gorgeous, and I'm excited, and he's beautiful. I've sort of sort of want to get into the model horse photo show, that email show hobby, but I'm not sure because I read this website that is the official website for model horse showing, and it looks a bit scary, and it sounds a bit scary because they're really strict. They sound really strict, and it's all about, and there's horses where you pretend that there's a horse that has made a new horse, and the horse that the foal model that you've got is the baby of somebody else's horse model, and I'm not sure. I just don't really understand that part of it yet. But it's fun, and he's gorgeous, and I love him. So, I love him. I've got to find a place for him now. There is a place in my mum and dad's part of the house, but I think I have got a few centimetres of flat display space with my Doctor Who area, so I might put him there, but he's gorgeous and I'm really happy and he's lovely. So yeah, I hope you have enjoyed this video and thank you for watching. Yay!